Okay, here we are at the second to the last stop. Really, maybe the third to the last stop. But and I'll tell you why that is in a minute. But we are at Tunnel Hill, Georgia. So we left Dalton, downtown Dalton, and we drove about 10 miles to get to Tunnel Hill. So remember, the General made its way through Dalton pretty quick, and they made their way over here to Tunnel Hill. Well, there's a tunnel that's bored in a hill here, and the track, you can see, goes through, and it was just a one way, so there was only one tunnel in here. And the general, he was just running pretty quick, and when he got here, they just sped right on through. They didn't slow down or stop. In fact, the Texas was so close in pursuit that they didn't even stop inside the tunnel to try to pull up any tracks or put anything on the track to slow down the Texas, because the Texas was so close. They could hear the whistle of the Texas, and they knew how close it was behind them, so they really didn't have the time to stop. But nevertheless, the conductor on the Texas with Fuller, remember, they're barreling northbound in reverse, and one of the engineers on the Texas, he's like, man, we should slow down, and I don't know if I want to go in the tunnel there. They might have put something on the track. We can't see anything in there. What if we derail and whatnot? And Fuller wasn't having any of that talk, and he's like, no, we're going for it. Whatever happens, happens. And so Fuller is in hot pursuit in reverse in the Texas. Somewhere along the way, they lost the Catoosa. Remember, they picked up the Catoosa. What was it, in Kingston? I can't remember now. It was Calhoun, I believe. But now I think the Catoosa has fallen off, and just the Texas is still in pursuit. But I'm going to walk up here. We can get a little bit closer to the tunnel. There's you can actually take tours here, and of course they're closed right now, like every frickin' body else in the world, and you can't get a tour. But there's some sort of walking tour or something through the tunnel that you can normally get, but we're not going to have that today. But I'm going to walk down, and we'll get a little bit closer. Get an idea of the landscape around here in North Georgia. There's just ridge lines and stuff pop up out of nowhere, and actually I can see some light down in the tunnel there. But we'll get a little bit closer, at least up to this wrought iron gate, and you can see the W&A, the Western and Atlantic Railroad, and then another one like it further down. Try to zoom in. You can see another gate there with WNA, and it looks like there's some lights in the tunnel down there. I don't know, that may be normal, or they may be doing something down in there. But I had a good mind to actually let's see if I can get the tunnel in the background there. I thought about this might be a great place to get some drone video footage. In fact, I did bring my drone, and two places I really thought would be great to fly was at the railroad trestle crossing the Etowah River, and then right here at the entrance to the Tunnel Hill tunnel. But it's kind of breezy out. I don't know if I want to risk it, so probably will not fly the drone on this trip, unless I get some courage up here in a few minutes. But we have still got some good sunlight, and we are close to the end. I didn't believe that we would make it all the way today, but we have hit every stop and more that was on my list, and most of the locations that had any sort of significance along the route of the Great Locomotive Chase. And this was one of the last things along the way. I know that I don't know if they talk about it in the book, but I'm sure that they would have loved to disrupt something here at the tunnel, but they just ran out of time, and the Texas was closing in on them. Let's see what else happened here. We still don't know, like I mentioned back at Dalton, whether that telegraph message got through to Chattanooga. We don't know that yet. I'm going to tell you when we get to the next stop, and kind of wrap things up over the next 2 stops. We really got 2 stops, one at the Ringgold Depot, and then one just about 2 miles north of there, and then that'll be the end of the chase, and I'll tell you how it ends, and then a couple of other tidbits. But hope you've enjoyed it so far. This is Tunnel Hill, Georgia, not too far off of I had a little yellow jacket there, not too far off of I-75 coming down south, just a little bit north of Dalton. But here we are. Have to come up and visit here sometime in the future and see what it's like to go through the tunnel. All right, folks, we'll see you at the next stop, which will be Ringgold, Georgia, and we bring this story to a conclusion and tell you how it ends. See you in a few.